I will disturb you. I will put the chair. Swami student the student of Swami, they already they are talking.
They can come.
The chair.
Yeah, please put the chairs. Yes, no problem. ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। We have been looking at, can you hear me? Yes? Everybody? Yeah? Okay. Not very well. You're not as good as yesterday. Yeah, what happened? I don't know. Is there a volume issue?
I think this is not connected to that at all. I think the sound is coming from this.
What? No, it is so close. The only other option is to swallow it. That's all. No, it's so close. It's not long enough to bring here. So it's the sound I don't feel is as good as yesterday. Is it paired with this? Yeah. We are not getting anything from here. Yeah. So try to pair it. Off it and pair. You have to reboot it. And this has to be done before the class so that, that sound has to come. Then only we know it is connected. Let's try now. First it has to scream in agony. Then we know it is properly connected. Yesterday we saw, we are in the middle of seeing the reality statement of this Jagat. The Jagat is considered to be real, but what kind of a real? A apparent reality for which we gave the term Mithya. Mithya. Satyam, independent reality. Mithya, apparent reality. And to illustrate that, we have seen two stories of two Pandits. Okay? Yeah. And then also one American Pandit, the professor in Berkeley. So we have seen many illustrations. And we are in the middle of understanding an important thing. And what is that? We are talking about the 5 things which constitute the Jagat. So first 3 we have talked about. What is the first one? Asti, is. When I look at something, first thing what I say about it? Is. It is. And then the second one, if it is knowable. I come to know it. Bhati. And in Bhati, there are 2 kinds of Bhati. One is Bhati, another one is Anubhati. Tameva bhantamanubhati sarvam. Where have we heard this? Bhagavad Gita. Right? No. Arati mantra from Upanishads, from Mundaka Upanishad, Kathopanishad also. Very important mantra. Please welcome. Please come. All of you come, please don't sit in the back. There are lots of chairs in the front also. Yes. Just place yourselves. Yeah, please make place for 27 more people. Everybody is here? Yeah. Don't be afraid to sit in the front because I don't bite. Generally. Namaskar, how are you? Come here. Yeah. Come in front. Come in front. Come. We have looked at, come, can sit. We have looked at these three things. One is bhati. Bhati means what? Bhati means it shines. Shines means on its own. Like the sun shines on its own. I don't have to take a flashlight and illuminate the sun. Correct? So it shines on its own. Bhati. Anubhati means it shines after. So in the relative example, we say the sun shines on its own, bhati, but then when but the sun is actually bhati or anubhati? Anubhati, because I have to say this is sun. Sun doesn't say, oh, this is Swami. No. I have to say your name is sun. I have christened you. I have named you sun. This is what it is. So, there are many things that are anubhati, means shines after. After means what? After bhati. There is only one thing that is bhati, which is what? Bhami. That's why the first person verbs in Sanskrit in the present tense end in me, because it's all me. Yeah. Bhami. Who is bha? Me. That's how you have to understand. Bha is me. Therefore, bhami. So I am the only one that is self-shining. What does this mean? When I ask the question, are you here? What do? Yes. You have to say yes. You cannot say, let me find out and then get back to you later. You don't say that. You say, yes, I exist, I am here. You don't say anything else. You say, yes, I am here. And so therefore, this itself gives us a very important clue to the state of affairs called Vedanta Shastra, that I am the only thing that is Satyam, opposite of Mithya. Everything else is dependent upon me. We also saw yesterday, Mithya has two definitions. One is, it always keeps you guessing. Does it exist? Does it not? Does it exist? Does it not? It's in between existence and non-existence. If I ask you to bring me the horns of a baby rabbit, can you oblige? Even if you have a lot of shraddha? Okay, forget baby rabbit, grown-up rabbit, adult rabbit. Can you bring me? Shashashringa. Yes? No. Why? Total non-existence. We are not talking of total non-existence. We are talking of something that we can all see, like this pot. Suppose if I had a pot, you would all be able to see it, right? See, even now you see it. Lovely pot, clay pot. So, this pot is available for sight. We all see it together. Let me keep it carefully so that it doesn't fall. So, we all see it. There is no way we can say we do not see the pot. If there is a pot, everybody will see it. So, but then the pot is not really pot. What is it? Clay. The truth of the pot, the cause of the pot, the content of the pot, the reality of the pot is simply clay with a particular name and a particular form. This is what we are saying. So, asti, and then, oh yeah, wait, first the second definition of mithya is adhisthana ananyat, satyat ananyat, that which is satah ananyat, that which is non-separate from Sat. Now we have established I am the only thing that is Sat. So everything in this universe is non-separate from me. It's a big leap, but stay with me here. It's a big leap, I understand. But somewhere we have to begin. Somewhere we have to give the benefit of doubt. And somewhere we have to understand this. So very big leap. So what is that? See, Sat, and then I am the only one that is Sat. Everything that I can see, everything that I can objectify, everything that I can hear, everything that I can objectify with a means of knowledge is mithya. But wherever there is mithya, Sat cannot be far behind, because Sat is what? Sat is independent of mithya. Mithya is dependent on Sat. Mithya cannot exist without Sat. Just like the snake, what kind of snake? Rope snake. Rope snake, can it exist without rope? No. So similarly, mithya cannot exist without Sat. That's the second definition of mithya, an eminently dependent reality. This much we have seen. So bhati, everything that shines is me, everything that shines after is first I shine, first I understand I am, and then I say pen is, paper is, computer is, pot is, cat is, hat is, mat is, rat is. The isness that belongs to the rat is a borrowed isness. It is not intrinsic to the rat, to the cat. The cat isness, rat isness, all this is borrowed isness. Flower isness. Aha, we have a demo here. Microscopic tiny flower is. The isness of this flower depends on the I-ness of me. Because this flower does not have the ability to say, look at me, I'm so cute, look at me. Doesn't have the ability to say that. I have to say this is flower and present it to you. And so that means that there is a difference between I and this flower. My isness is what? Intrinsic to me. My isness belongs to me. Because when I say I is, oh, but that's grammatically incorrect, never mind, just listen. When I say I is, that means that this isness is centered on me. There is no cause for me. For this I, which is awareness, consciousness. When I say I, it's not this what you see, body-mind complex. It's what you don't see. And you don't see that because the I in me is the same as the I in you, in everything. So that I, in the form of that awareness, when I say I is, that isness is intrinsic to this I. It's the only place where the I rests without depending on any other factor. But when I say isness belongs to this flower, it is a borrowed isness. Borrowed from who? Awareness. But same awareness is what is lending itself to the flower, to everything in this universe. Chara charatmakam jagat. This jagat full of moving parts, unmoving parts, sentient things, insentient things is all what? Is. That's why the first characteristic of the jagat is what? Asti, is. Second one, bhati, If it is, I should come to know it. Correct? Bhati. Asti bhati. And the last one is what? Priyam. Priyam means lovable. Come on. I can list off at least 50 annoying people in my life. And you say everything is Priyam? Lovable? How is it lovable? Who said it is lovable? Get me away from them. Okay, I will, what is that called? The magic wand. I will go with a magic wand like this. Holiday present, okay? Yeah, magic wand. Poof! All the annoying items, all the annoying people, all the annoying things in your life, gone. Okay? Are you happy now? Yes, very happy. Priyam, aha, wonderful. So certain things are lovable by their presence. I want them near to me. Whereas certain other things like bugs and bugging people are best appreciated in their absence. So when they are present, what do I want? I want them to be absent in order for myself to be in equanimity. So therefore there is nothing that is apriya in this jagat. Everything is priya, 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 priya only. So out of 5 qualities, how many we have? 3. Asti, bhati, priya. Asti, bhati, priya. And then these 3 belong to Atma, Brahman, me. Asti, me. Bhati, me. I am the proprietor. Priyam, me. The original Priyam is me. Chocolate cake becomes Priyam because of my existence. My Priyam I lend to the chocolate cake so that it shines as delicious and delectable. Asti Bhati Priyam are all what? Me. Awareness. Brahman. Atma. Then what about the Jagat? The last 2 properties belong to the Jagat, namely Nama and Rupa. Asti bhati priyam nama rupa etat panchakam. Adyatrayam brahma rupam Jagat Rupam Tato Dvayam Trigdrishya Viveka. Seer seen, Viveka, discrimination. There is a wonderful text. And there it says, Asti Bhati Priyam, Nama and Rupa are 5 constituents when we think of the Jagat. But unfortunately, all the nice things are taken away. It's like going to a buffet late. Okay? You have gone late. All the wonderful things are taken away. Okay? So you go there and there is chole. And then what? All the chana is taken away and what is left is just some tomato sauce. Yeah, at the end. Yeah. And then you go there and there was papad. Papadam asit. Okay? It was there. Now you have what? Tiny shards of papadam, fragments. Tiny fragments are left. Okay? So when you go to the buffet late, what do you get? Just little pieces, shesha, remnants. So Mr. Jagat, can't even say Mr. The word Jagat is neuter. Anyhow, doesn't matter. Mr. Jagat arrives to the buffet very, very late. And only all the items are gone. Why? Because this, this voracious one called Aham, called Atma, called Brahman, came and took off everything. It's a huge, limitless buffet, and then in the limitless buffet, if limitlessness is taken away, what is left? Only 2 items. What are they? Name and form. Poor Jagat keeps saying, Still hungry. Let me have a few more helpings of name. Okay, take. After all, unlimited. Eat as you can. What is that? Eat as you can? What? How do you say that? There is something. All you can eat. That's what I was looking for. This is the American expression. All you can eat. It's written above the buffet. But what? All means what? Only 2 items are there. All is gone. All is asti bhati priyam. Very delicious, fantastic things are gone. What is left is just little, name and form. Only 2 items are left. Like rice and rasam, that's all. Okay? Nothing else is left. All the vegetables gone, papadam gone, pakoda gone, side dish gone, everything gone, pickle also is gone. So, here in this buffet, only nama is left and rupa is left. Nama means name and form, rupa. So what does the poor Jagat do? It overdoses on nama and rupa because it's still hungry. It keeps saying, okay, little more nama, mix it with little more rupa and then eat. I'm still hungry. Okay, go back, take more nama, rupa, that's all. And the one that is full, Purna, is watching the Jagat, just take nama, rupa. And the one that is Purna, in the form of Satchidanandam Brahma, this awareness which is me, in other words, I am watching the Jagat, just take nama, rupa, I feel sorry for it. And I say, you know what? You can borrow Asti Bhati Priyam, the wonderful dishes from me. You can borrow. How? It's all gone. Oh, I just packed some. I have packed some and kept. I lend it to you. But it has to be given back. It's not yours. It is borrowed food. It is not yours. You have to understand that this is borrowed. So the whole Jagat shines in the borrowed light of Atma like the peacock and the crow story. The peacocks had one annual peacock convention, peacock conference, very nicely peacock conference, and then what? There was a crow. Crows are very curious and intelligent animals. It said, what? What's going on here? And it saw these peacocks, very nice, beautiful, iridescent colors, huge wings, swaying this way, that way, this way, that way. Where are they all going? Oh, they are going to the annual peacock convention and they are going to dance, they are going to sing, they are going to have a good time. I too want to go. So it also started. And then there was a security guard, one bada peacock, who meant business, gunda peacock. Okay. And then what happened? That peacock showed this crow the sign. Only peacocks allowed. Nothing. Crow dejected. It said, I will vicariously enjoy from the back. Let me just go. And then it went around the perimeter of the convention. Everybody is having such a good time. Only I am left out. Why, Bhagavan? Why? But then it's very clever. It saw something interesting. Then the peacock forgot itself and danced. Few feathers fell. Aha. Idea. How do you say idea? When light bulb shines. Light bulb emoji comes out. Yeah. Idea. What we have come to as a civilization, we have to talk in emojis. Think about it. Light bulb came in the head of the crow, and the crow went quietly underneath the fence and picked out 2 or 3 feathers. And then it too had practiced the walk of the peacock, right? And then it approached the security guard. Fortunately for the crow, the security guard had a diversity training. Don't shame people that look different from you. Peacocks come in all shapes and sizes. Don't say you are not a peacock because it's politically incorrect. So he had a doubt, he had a very big doubt. But then he remembered the security training, the diversity training, and he said, Jaane do isko, let it go. And the crow also entered the peacock convention. Aha! It said, I too can dance. What do you think happened when it danced? One by one, Asti feather fell off, Bhati feather fell off, Priyam feather fell off, because it was borrowed. Only Namarupa was left. It was booted out of the peacock convention. Okay, so this is the Jagat. Just shining, that is how we get the expression in English, shining in borrowed feathers. From this story only, I suppose. Yeah. So this is the situation with Asti Bhati Priyam and Namarupam. And then Adyatrayam, Asti Bhati Priyam belongs to the peacock. What is the peacock? Atma. Belongs to the Atma peacock, which is full, beautiful, limitless, iridescent, self-shining. Namarupa belongs to the Jagat. Okay. Then let us look at the text further. नष्टमानसोत्कृष्टयोगिनः कृत्यमस्ति किं स्वस्थितिं यतः दृश्यवारितं चित्तमात्मनः चित्वदर्शनं तत्वदर्शनं. This pair of verses talk about the Jnani, means the one who knows the bluff of the Jagat, the one who knows the bluff of the Jagat. The bluff of the Jagat is called when I have Atma Jnana. When I know, what do I know? That all this is mithya. Mithya doesn't mean false. Mithya means dependent reality. Dependent on what? Awareness. Me as awareness. Consciousness. Brahman. So, I know that this is a dependent reality. When I know that, then all the trials, sorrows, fears, pains of the world dissipate, totally dissipate. And then one comes to be known as Jnani. Jnanin, the one who is in Jnanam is called Jnanin. Like Vedantin, one who is in Vedanta. So, this Jnani, the one who has total self-knowledge, the one who is no longer deluded. I am the body, I am the mind, I am the senses, I am the pain, I am the sorrow. The I has walked away from the body identifying with the body-mind sense complex to identifying with Brahman as itself. This one is called Brahmavit or Jnani. So the Jnani Lakshana means the definition and the description of the Jnani is given in the next two verses, and after that will be a discussion for everybody to understand how to get there, how to enjoy the disposition that the Jnani has. So let us see this. Nashtamaanasaha. So Utkrishta Yoginaha. Utkrishta Yoginaha means the exalted yogi. For the exalted yogi, sixth case, for the exalted yogi who is what? Nashtamaanasaha. You don't take it literally. Not the one for whom the mind is destroyed. No. What are we talking about? Ajnanam is destroyed. And since the Ajnanam is destroyed and the mind is now lightened, completely lightened of the burden of Atma Ajnanam, then what? Since the mind, that means the mind, the previous mind, which kind of a mind? The sad mind, the complaining mind, previous to what? Jnanam. Previous to the exposure of teacher, Vedanta, everything, that mind is gone. Now the mind that is there is free and just an instrument that the yogi, the jnani, can use at will. Before, what was the mind? The mind was the master, I was the slave. As the mind decreed, I did. If the mind ordered, I am sad, you also be sad, I also became sad. If the mind ordered, shut up, I want to fulfill these desires, but it's against dharma, we shouldn't do this, shut up, go here, or else I'll not let you go to work tomorrow. You know, if the mind has, what is that, dhamki, what is dhamki? Threat, it issues threats. Yeah. Before I was the slave of the mind, whatever the mind said, I said, Haji, Haji, yes sir, yes madam, yes sir. Mind was boss and I was bossed over by the mind. Now this boss is nashta. The bossy mind, the one that is wanting to do this is gone. Now the mind is free. It's no longer a boss. I am the boss. I am free to use the mind as I want. So then when I am like that, when somebody is like that, they are called Utkrishta Yogi, the most exalted yogi who is a jnani. Then for that person, Krityam Asti Kim. Krityam means to be done. Yat pratyaya. Krityam means to be done. Kim asti krityam? What is there that is needing to be done? This is a very big leap because it posits that the vision of Vedanta is that when you understand that you are free, there is nothing more to be done. Many people, when they hear this statement, meet it with a sigh of relief. Thank God, this is real retirement when there is nothing to do, nothing compulsively to do. I don't have to do anything. This is great. But some other people meet it with a trepidation. Oh, there's nothing to do? Then I better not attend any more Vedanta classes because then I'll get bored, then I'll get tired, then I will feel upset. Better not attend any more Vedanta classes because nothing to do means what about societal progress? How will society progress if I get moksha? Yeah. Society is depending on you only for progress. How will this happen? How will the society progress? What will happen if everybody gets moksha? The answer to this is don't worry. Bhagavan has ensured that nobody gets moksha. It only happens by accident. Meaning, it takes a lot of effort from one's part, it takes a lot of preparation, and then Bhagavan has ensured that the preparation is reserved for a choice few. Why? By putting the eyes facing outwards, ears are facing outwards, tongue is ready for the next buffet, and then what? Everything is facing outwards. And Bhagavan has made the Jagat along with Goddess Maya with beautiful colors, beautiful sights, beautiful sounds, beautiful aromas, so many scents. You just go and smell that white flower which is going, there's such a deep, heady scent. Not to talk of all the aromas coming out of the kitchen. So many things Bhagavan has given in this Jagat. Every sense organ is leaping to experience the Jagat. And in the process, the poor Atma is forgotten. So don't worry. Moksha will come only to those who are ready to understand this. And so don't worry, everybody will not have moksha at the same time. Alright, yeah. Bhagavan has staggered the moksha, okay? It's like it's like some kind of a thing, it's like a limited edition toys. Sometimes they bring out toys during this holiday season and then they want you to buy, so they'll say there's only 100 of these, this new one, so that everybody will go and the first 100 people get it, and after that what? You have to wait till the next thing. Same thing here also. Limited edition, Jnanis. Yes, because Manushyanam Sahasreshu Kaschid Yatati Siddhaye Yatatam Api Siddhanam Kaschin Mam Vetti Tatvatah. The 7th chapter opens with this sobering statistic. What is that? What is the statistic? Out of the thousands and thousands of people seeking Bhagavan, seeking me, Bhagavan says, only one will do the correct effort. Because everybody is seeking Bhagavan. Who is not seeking Bhagavan? Everybody is seeking Bhagavan, but some people happen to think Bhagavan means it is there in the puja room. Bhagavan means it is there in the movie. When I go to movie, I feel I am one with Bhagavan. When I go to a nice restaurant, I am one with Bhagavan. When I go to nature, I feel like I am one with Bhagavan. So they just sort of see parts of Bhagavan, they experience little portions of Bhagavan. Little portions of Bhagavan who is Sarvananda, who is all Ananda, who is Purna, complete, full. But then this is what the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad says, that this Ananda, which is the infinite Ananda, which is Bhagavan all the time, it takes a certain mindset to appreciate the fact that all this is Ishvara, all this is Bhagavan, and I am also not left out, I am non-separate from that Bhagavan. To appreciate this vision takes a certain mindset. And that is what is, all this is Bhagavan, I am also Bhagavan, whatever I see is Bhagavan. That's the first step. Second step, everything is I. Nothing is separate from me. We go step by step. So people don't know that. It takes a certain mindset. And then even if people want Bhagavan, even if they are putting effort spiritually, even if they understand that the problem is spiritual, then also there are roadblocks. They go to various gurus, because the gurus like to circulate, keep going places. And then what? One says, stand on the head. One says, catch the nose. And the other one says, catch the toes. If you can reach your toes, okay? Otherwise it doesn't apply to you. So, catch the nose, catch the toes. So many ideologies are there. Just come and, in order to gain moksha, somebody will say, some guru will say, you need vairagya. What is vairagya? Dispassion towards all belongings. I will give you vairagya just now. Oh, Maharaj, really? How? Give me all your money. You have vairagya? Take away vairagya. Instant vairagya I can give you. Give all your money to me. Take away vairagya. Somebody says like that. Some other person says you have too many papas. All the papas have to undergo kshaya. All the papas have to be exhausted. And then what do you do for that? Give me money. I will exhaust your papas for you. How will you do that? I will do yajna. One person they caught in Atlanta a few years back. He took the credit card number of some people, few people, and he would say $25,000 US for one yajna because you have a lot of papas. Oh my God, if I look at you, I can't look at you because you are a papi from head to toe. And the person is already feeling frightened. And the person is already feeling upset. And in order to remove all these papas, I have to go into some lot of meditation and I have to do this elaborate homa, this yajna, and then it will cost only $25,000. And then people gave, and when they gave, he made it into a monthly recurring thing. Yeah, he converted that into, so every month $25,000. He was caught languishing in jail. Monthly thing, he said. He said, you need more cleansing, you need more cleansing. And the next one is going to do, next one is going to cost a little less perhaps, don't worry, but you need it. You need a monthly thing because you have done so many. Why did you do? Did you ask me before you did all these wrong things in your last 3 lives? No. So now you have to pay for it. Like this, all kinds of, everybody is searching. But then, unfortunately, one becomes a prey to, instead of learning how to pray, one becomes a prey to all these kinds of charlatans. What else to call them? Self-styled God man, God woman, whatever it is. This will never happen in a proper lineage. We don't ask for anything. And so, other than a sincere desire to learn, that's all we want. And so, this is the problem. The problem is that wrong effort. That's why Manushyanam Sahasreshu. Only one person out of 1,000 people will go the Jnana Marga, will understand that the problem is not real. It is psychological, philosophical. It's a philosophical problem. The problem is not that I have to improve myself. The problem is that I have to get rid of the notion that I need improvement, that the Atma needs improvement. Only one person understands. And out of a few people who understand the right effort, who are making the right effort by taking Vedanta classes, then what? One will find me. So you see, Bhagavan has set it up for moksha to be, for jnanis to be staggered, so that we can all enjoy the jnanis, we can learn to strive to be that, but don't worry about societal progress, okay? Come back. So for this jnani, krityam asti kim? What is there to do? There is nothing to do. That doesn't mean that the jnani is depressed, getting bored. Kuch kaam nahi hai. Kya kare? What do they do like this? Yeah, getting bored. No. The jnani is all delight, all ananda. So just because the verse says there is nothing for the jnani to do, doesn't mean that the jnani has to sit alone and bored. No. The jnani can do whatever she or he wants to do. There's a difference between has to do and wants to do. Do you see the difference? I have to do a few things. I have to do, in fact, a lot of things. There is that have to do. Have to do. Compulsion is there. Obligation is there. Feeling of, oh my God, what will happen? Somebody will get mad. Even if nobody will get mad, God will get mad. That is the feeling. But the jnani is free of those compulsions in doing. This is the idea. If this is understood, we can go a little deeper and question the very core of action. What is the cause of action? Why do I act? Action is for the sake of not action. We have seen this. Action is for the sake of what? Result of action. Karma phala. Bhogaya karma. You cook in order to eat. Nobody cooks to take photographs of the food and keep it there. Even if you have a cooking website and you are putting photographs of various dishes, what are you doing? After that you are not throwing it away, you are eating it. Bhogaya karma. Every karma is for the sake of phala, the fruits of karma. I need a result of my action immediately. Without result of my action, I will not do anything at all. Adi Shankara himself says this in the commentary to the Bhagavad Gita. This is what he says. Prayojanam anuddishya mandah api karmani na pravartate. Without knowing what I am going to get out of this, इसमें मुझे क्या मिलेगा? That is the question. What will I get out of this if I don't know? Nobody is going to do the action. Even somebody who is developmentally challenged. You get somebody whose thinking is not proper, some developmental challenge is there, some problem is there. And even if you ask this manda, this dull person, hey, go take these bricks and put them there. What will they say? Why? Why I have to do this? What will I get out of this? So all karma is for the sake of bhoga. Number one, we have to understand. Number two, there is all karma is for the sake of who? Karta. Because the karta then becomes what? Bhokta. Number two, all karma is for the sake of me. No, I'm doing social service. Okay, don't do. No, poor things, they are so sad, they are in need. Let them be sad. No, I feel sad. Aha, okay. You want to get rid of your guilt and sadness, that's why you are doing social work. There is no altruism here. You have to understand this very, very clearly. You want to get rid of your pain, you want to get rid of your sorrow, you want to get rid of your situation, guilt, whatever it is, that's why you are doing social work. Everything is for the sake of karta. This is second point we have to understand. First point, bhogaya karma. All the karma, all the action done is for the sake of enjoyment. All the action done is for my sake alone, not to help anybody. And then number three, this is also very important. The third point is that the karma that results in the fruit of action, the fruit of action is enjoyed by me. And then the third point is that the cause for karma is raga dvesha. Strong desires, strong preferences, strong prejudices are the cause for any action. Laukikam cha, vaidikam cha. Vaidikam karma, laukikam karma. Spiritual action and material worldly action. Anything that I do is for fulfilling my raga, dvesha, my yoga kshema. Getting things that I want, protecting the things that I want, getting rid of things that I don't want, and keeping at bay the things that I do not want in my life at all. This is what it is. Everything is for the sake of raga dvesha fulfillment. All karma is for the sake of raga dvesha fulfillment. Sobering thought. And Adi Shankara says that in the beginning bhashya of the Taittiriya Upanishad, karma pravrittihi kamasyat pravartakatvat. The impetus or the impelling nature of which makes me do karma is kama. Kama includes raga and dvesha, both. Is kama. Why? Pravartakatva. It goads me. When the buffalo is sitting on the road, you say, come on. No. That's enough for a horse which is sensitive. Buffalo, water buffalo sometimes holds up the traffic in India. Okay? And so, if 10 cars are piled up, sometimes even it will come on the highway. How it comes, God only knows. But it will come and sit down there. And we are a culture dedicated to ahimsa. So what do? Some people try to, touch it. Nothing happens. Then people will come with a prong. They will go like this. It will just simply shift. Then they will go like this here. It will shift here. Then If a lot of noise is made and 2-3 prongs are given, annoyingly it gets up and slowly takes the tongue one foot after the other. Pujya Swamiji used to say that the buffalo, one time I was with him and then this thing happened, the same incident happened. I was sitting in the back, he was sitting in the front, and then we were wondering why this traffic jam, and the driver went out and saw and then said, "Buffalo Swamiji." So buffalo is causing traffic jam, Swamiji. And then Pujya Swamiji said, must have been a CEO of an important company in his last life, this buffalo. Why? Because he prayed to Bhagavan, I want a stress-free life in the next life. Oh Bhagavan, give me a stress-free life. And that's why reborn as buffalo gives everybody else stress, but itself stress-free. So karma, the kama, the raga dvesha are a goad. They are like this prong. They are in fact like a taser. You know taser? Yeah. With which the people who are arrested, the little shock they give. Then they come to, they don't die. So the raga dveshas are like a taser which incapacitate the buddhi. Oh, that sounds good. And the mind says, won't you like to do that? Yeah, sure. Sure, whatever you say, no problem. And then one goes behind the raga dvesha like a docile little puppy. This is what happens. And then I come to finally, because the effect of the taser, the pravartaka, the kama, has worn off. Then I say, what did I do this for? Why did I do this? What for am I doing this? Where was my buddhi? Tasered by the kama, came under the spell. So, this third point is very important. Karma pravritti is because of kama. And now let us get back to the jnani. Does the jnani have raga dvesha? Yes, no, sometimes, always, never. 5 choices. Never. The raga dveshas of the jnani are incapacitated by the Atmadarshanam. Meaning, the jnani will have preferences. Nothing wrong in having preferences, but the preferences of the jnani do not overwhelm the jnani and taser her or him and take them away. It does not make them incapacitated. The jnani from North India will want parathas for breakfast. If you give them idli, sambar, they'll say, what is this? Yeah, ye kya hai? Roj, every day. What is this you are giving me? Give me something that I am accustomed to. I means here the body is accustomed. Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong in having a preference for something. But if there is no parathas available, the jnani is not going to sit and cry. Oh, no parathas available. What's wrong with this? I should have never come here. What's wrong with these people? Doesn't cry. Doesn't cry in the absence of this. Preferences. The preferences of the jnani become vibhutis. Vibhutis means glories that other people can enjoy. Like Lord Krishna has so many preferences. Think about it. Yellow dress, Pitambara dhari, Kunja vihari. And then what? Then Muralidhara likes the flute, peacock feather in the hair. We enjoy the yellow dress, we enjoy the peacock, putting the peacock feather, we enjoy giving him a flute. But if you take the flute away from Lord Krishna, he is not going to beat you up, he is not going to sit and cry, he is not going to be disappointed. That's the difference between jnani and ajnani. So the likes and dislikes of the Jnani become joyful ways to relate to the Jnani for the devotees of the Jnani. This is how it is. The likes and dislikes are disabled. How? This we can understand by an example that I am about to give. Once I was asked to bless a car. How do you bless a car? I don't know. But anyhow, they said, please bless this car. Okay, what do? Sit in the driver's seat. I sat. I just sat. It was stationary. It was not moving. I sat and did like this to the steering wheel. And then there were some buttons. So what does this do? It all had names. AC, and then light, and all these things, vents, and so many things. And then there was one button, or two buttons were there, one or two buttons. When I pressed it, nothing happened, and it had no name also. I asked the owner of the car, what are these buttons for? These empty buttons. When I press, nothing happens. What is this button for? And the owner of the car told me, this is not applicable to this model. It's for a higher model, which has more features. This, if you press, the roof will come away, revealing some kind of a sunroof will come. This, if you press, it will make coffee. No, I'm just joking. Something like that. This is for the higher model. They said, Swamiji, this is for a higher model. We have what? Lower model. That's all we can do. So we'll have empty buttons. If you push the button, nothing happens. Then I got the idea. If you push the Jnani's buttons, nothing happens. Like a low-end car. No features there. You keep pushing the button, nothing happens. The Raga Dvesha are not activated. The Raga Dveshas are disabled like the buttons. Buttons are there because it is Ishvara Srishti. But if you push them, nothing happens at all. Nothing happens. So for such a person, Krityam, to be done, has to be done, and nothing is there. This is a life of glorious retirement. No shortage of money. Why? Why? Because they don't want money. They don't need money. No shortage of money. And don't have to invest in real estate. Why? Because space is free. Space is free. We are foolish to think we have to pay for space in the form of apartments. Pujya Swamiji went to inaugurate somebody's apartment. And there also hilarity ensued because that's how Pujya Swamiji was. So he said, okay, you say this apartment is mine. You have purchased this flat. Yes, Swamiji, this flat is mine. What do you own? You own the ceiling? No, Swamiji, that is the floor of the people above. Okay, so you must own the floor. No, Swamiji, that's the ceiling of the people below. Oh, so you own the outer walls. No, Swamiji, that belongs to the society. Okay, you own the inner walls, this side. No, Swamiji, that is the neighbor's flat. What do you own? Space. You don't own the flat. What do you own? Space. So you pay millions of dollars to supposedly own space, which Bhagavan's space is freely available. That person, when he heard that, he became flat. He became flat, very sobered in his understanding of this. Very, very interesting. So for the Jnani, what is the real estate? Tree. Yeah. Supposing that this is sitting under the tree all the time. Ancient Jnani, modern Jnanis, no. Yeah. Modern Jnanis will demand an apartment. Okay? They will say, well, come on. I'm not going to sit. I'm not sitting under a tree. I'm not a tree hugging Jnani. Why? Because nowadays there are no trees also because of deforestation. Those days are gone. But the ancient, the spirit of the ancient Jnani we have to take. The needs are minimal. Sitting under a tree means even if that gets struck by lightning, there's another tree. No problem, just migrate. Are you moving? Yes. Yes, I'm moving to a better apartment with more shade. We can say that. So there are no needs or very few needs that are already fulfilled. For the person who is already fulfilled, whatever needs that are remained get fulfilled naturally. This is the law. This is the karmic law. Why do they get fulfilled naturally? Because the jnani, just by being in the world, is a source of blessing. Is a source of great, great blessing. Why? Because for the people who want to be like the jnani, he or she becomes a role model. I want to emulate how this jnani is. That's why I want to be like this. So therefore, I want to help you with your needs. So the jnani's needs are taken care of. Other people say, I can't be the jnani, I don't know how to be the jnani, but I want to just worship you, hoping that I will get some punya as a result of worshipping you, as a result of taking care of whatever needs you have. This is the understanding. So the jnani has no desire to go trying to fulfill even the smallest of needs, which is why the people pitch in. Because the jnani is not wanting telling people, you have to do this, you have to do that. No. Neither the jnani feels the reason, I have to do this, I have to do that. No such thing. It's a free bird. And in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, we have a Vakya. What is that Vakya? Atmanam ched vijaniya ayamasmi iti purushah kimartham kasya kamaya shariram anusanjvaret. Beautiful Vakya from the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Atmanam ched vijaniya. If the person knows the Atma, what? Ahamas ayam. Ayam means all this is aham alone. All this is me alone. Ayam asmi. I am this Purusha. I am separate, non-separate from Bhagavan. Purusha here means Bhagavan. Purna Purusha. Ayam asmi iti Purusha. Purusha means Purusha. So, Purusha eva Purusha. And then, so this person knows I am this Atma. Then, kimartham, for what purpose? For fulfilling what purpose? Kasya kamaya, for fulfilling what desire? Shariram, their body, anusanjvaret. Anusanjvaret means they will make their body move in feverish ways. Because kama turns into a samsara fever. That's why it's called bhavaroga. Samsara fever. I have feverish intentions, I have feverish desires which turn into feverish actions, frenzied actions. I have to go there before everybody else. I have to get that, otherwise somebody else will get it and I will be left in the lurch. I have to. All this compulsion comes from kama and I give myself a fever as a result. So the jnani is fever free. Samsara, jvara is not there. So therefore, there is no frenetic activity. Since there is no purpose to be filled from the frenetic activity, there is no desire. Why? Because all the desires have been fulfilled in one stroke. What was all the desires? I am incomplete, I want to be complete. Purna. And the jnani in the Bhagavad Gita is compared to a person this is a viparita drishtanta, is negatively compared to a person looking for water. So when the person is looking for water, they will find a well, they want a well. They are in search for a well. Why? Thirst is there. But then here for the jnani, Lord Krishna says, Yavanartha udapane sarvata samplutodake. Tavan sarveshu bhuvedeshu brahmanasya vijanatah. For the knowing brahmana, means one who is one with Brahman. Vijanatah brahmana. For this knowing brahmanasya vijanatah brahmanasya. For this person, of what use is a well when the whole area is covered with water? Sometimes you have a lot of rains and there is a flood. So the well is covered, the pond is covered, everything is covered. When everything is covered by water, when there is water everywhere, What is the use of searching for a well? Will you search for a well? Well. Okay. So you don't need to search for a well. Because why? It is Purna. Similarly, all the Vedas which talk about wish fulfillment, first portion of the Vedas, which talk about desire fulfillment and all are nirarthaka, useless. Because the original want, not just for the jnani, but for everybody, is what? To gain this knowledge and to be free. Be free of what? Be free not of wants, but be free of the wanting person. This knowledge is great because it doesn't just free you of wants, it frees you of being a person who is a wanting person, a lacking person. That is the glory of this knowledge. If this knowledge freed you from wants, then you will want again. One want gone, 10 wants come up, and 10 more wants gone, 20 more come up. So where is the end to that? No end. The Jnani has realized this, has understood this, and has studied the Shastra so carefully and has internalized the vision of the Shastra and then surrendered to the Guru, to the Shastra, to the extent that the wanting person, the one who identified as the wanting person, has gone. No more there is wanting person, no more there are wants. The problem is not with wants, the problem is with thinking that my desires will make me complete. That is the problem. The wants are nothing. You can always want something and fulfill it freely, no problem. Wants are also a manifestation of Bhagavan. Kamosmi Bharatarshabha. I am in the form of desires. Oh, Arjuna. Oh, Bhagavan is in the form of desires? Yes. Then all these days you've been telling me to remove desire, manage desires. How unfair. But wait, read the fine print. Dharma aviruddha bhuteshu kamosmi Bharatarshabha. Dharma aviruddha means I am that desire which is not opposed to dharma. Samanya dharma, Vishesha dharma, Swadharma. I am not opposed to dharma. Means what? You can fulfill any desire as long as it's done dharmically, no problem. And that is what Karma Yoga is about, learning how to be dharmic in the face of conflict, fear and difficulty, how to continue to be dharmic. You can fulfill the desires, no problem. But know that the desires will not fulfill you. You can fulfill the desires. Desires are never going to fill you up. They are just temporary. Like, what is that? What did you all do that day? Para something. Parasliding? Sailing. Parasailing. Some people went. Ooh, came down. And then I asked the people that came down, how was it? Oh, it was over before we went up, we came down. That's how all desires are. Yeah. Para means little bit, that's all, half. Yeah. Everything is woo, woohoo, yeah, and everything is like that. Anything you pursue is like that. If you know that, you can pursue everything, no problem. You can fulfill the desires, no doubt, you are free, as long as you know that they can never fulfill you. They can never make you understand that you are free and you are already full. Apuryamanam achala pratishtha. You are like the ocean, which does not lament the fact that a few rivers dried up due to climate change and they are not coming. Oh, I'm missing those rivers and my reputation is gone. My water body also I have to protect. No. If a few more rivers, let's say there's a lot of rain for 2-3 more years, few more rivers and rivulets decide to join, the ocean doesn't say, no room for you, I'm already full. No. So the rivers joining the ocean, we saw that the other day, how the river joins the ocean. The rivers joining the ocean are a metaphor for the jnani because the rivers are the desires. So when the rivers come, whether the rivers come, whether the rivers don't come, don't make any difference to the already full ocean. Similarly, when the desires come, when the desires do not come, makes no difference to the jnani. Any desire you try to fulfill for the jnani, okay, no problem. You don't fulfill the jnani's desire, again no problem. That is how it is. That is the very beautiful definition of the jnani. And what else have we left out? Yeah. Krityam asti kim? Yeah. Why? Yataha yasmat karanat. Because nothing is there to do. Why? Because swasthitim gatam. Swasthitim gataha. So the person is abiding in oneself. Swa is me, oneself. Swa sthiti. Sthiti means abidance. From stha to stay. Swasthitim gataha, for this person who has gained swasthiti, abidance in the self, not the body-mind complex. Self means awareness, consciousness. When I know I am not this time-bound thing, finite thing, then what? Then all ananda is mine. If all ananda is mine, then I don't have to pursue any ananda. This because it already belongs to me. Everybody is an extension of me. Everything is an extension of me. Very beautiful it is. And again in elsewhere, in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, it is this thing is totally very beautifully said. In the Yajnavalkya and Janaka, when there was one king Janaka, not Sita's father, but another king Janaka in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, and there, Yajnavalkya says, this Ananda, this is the Ananda alone which we have been talking about. This Ananda, O king, all the Sarve Janaha, Sarve Jivaha, all the Jivas on earth, Matrameva Upajivanti. They experience this Ananda in fragments. Chocolate Ananda, Candy Ananda, what else, Para Ananda. Hot air balloon Ananda, which is basically a lot of hot air. Okay, so like this, we experience on this earth with the help of this body, mind, sense complex. Whatever is experienced is finite because the experiencer is finite. Here we are talking of the content of the experiencer, the truth of the experiencer. And when we understand the truth of the experiencer, the experience itself has no meaning at all. Krityam asti kim. Next one. Drishyavaritam chittamatmanah Chitvadarshanam Tatvadarshanam Drishyavaritam. Varitam means warded off. When the drishya means the objectifiable things in the universe are called drishyaha. Drishya, the seen jagat. Seen means experienced. Through various means of knowledge, whatever I experience, this world is warded off for the jnani. So for the jnani, the seen world of names, forms, etc. are warded off. What do you mean they are warded off? They are warded off means that they are no longer in operation. It's not that the jnani doesn't see. Sees everything. But then the mind is not, what is that called? The mind is not involved in that perception. Seeing takes place, hearing takes place, and then it's all, the jnani is very much with themselves in the moment, so everything just drops off. everything just drops off. It's enjoyed, it is abided in, it drops off. It's not carried over. There is no carry over. Like the story in the Jnani's mind, like a story that is told of, this is from a Buddhist story. Two Buddhist monks were walking by the riverside and they wanted to cross the river. Suddenly one lady came and said, "I'm afraid, water in the middle is very deep. Boat has already gone, I have to reach quickly. Can you please carry me across?" And the monk happily put her on his shoulder. One of the monks carried her, set her on the other bank, and the two started to walk. The second monk was just a rule follower, and the second monk said, "Oh, we are not supposed to look at women, we are not supposed to do this. How did you carry her? How did you do this?" And the first one was silent. Again he said, so 45 minutes he berated him. "Why did you carry? And did you see how beautiful she was? She was young, she was beautiful, she was talking to you, and you were animatedly talking to her, and you were carrying her, you were carrying her, you were carrying her." 45 minutes he berated him and scolded him. And the first monk finally couldn't handle it. He kept silent for 45 minutes. Then he said, "Ayyo, I left her 45 minutes ago. You are still carrying her." Yeah. So there is no carry over. Even when the clouds of difficulties come, it's just in a little while it's dispersed. A little while it's dispersed. It's processed, it's understood, it's processed, and it is what? Let go of. That we have to see. So drishya varitam means this. It's not that I stop having thoughts. It's not that in order to become a jnani, one has to stop having thoughts. No. Or one has to just wear one patti, one bandage around the eyes and around the ears. No, I will not let the world come in, because if the world comes in, then it will tempt me, and then I will go astray. No such thing. Drishya varitam, a natural outgrowth of Atma Jnana. And the best example has already been given. Like a bald man walking in the shampoo aisle of the supermarket. This side shampoo, that side conditioner, this side hair gel. Vairagya, full Vairagya. Doesn't look left, doesn't look right. Just simply goes. Like that this jnani is. It doesn't see means is not that seeing is always wanting for the rest of the people. When I see something, I want it immediately. Either I want it or I want to be away from it. Very few people have a neutral disposition. Even if you are neutral, just to hang out with that thing for which you claim neutrality for a few more times. Then it will go into either raga or dvesha. For the jnani, that is not there. And so, what is the verse here? Drishya varitam. So, meaning from the perceptions, including the thoughts, because perceptions are what? In the form of thoughts. So the chittam atmanaha chittam, one's mind withdraws itself from commenting, editing and writing a thesis on every thought and every perception. Usually what? First there is a thought. The thought is just a perception. There is a rose on this bush. That's the perception. The perception is communicated to me how? In the form of a thought. For the jnani, let's sort of see the difference between the jnani's response and the ajnani's response. So the first perception is the same for jnani and ajnani. There is a rose on this bush. It is pink in color, let us say. And then both the second response is also the same for ajnani and jnani. Very beautiful rose on this bush. And here the perceptions and the realities of the jnani and the ajnani part the ways. What does the jnani say? Jnani says fantastic and moves on. Ajnani looks here, looks there. Why? Who does it belong to? For the Ajnani, the next thought is, I want. For the Jnani, look at the Bhagavan's Jagat, how beautiful it is. What a lovely flower. Fantastic. It made my day. Oh, lovely. For the Ajnani, I want. Why are you looking like a thief? I'm about to become a thief because I want this now. Then the thought I want overtakes the beauty of the flower, and then I'm no longer appreciating the beauty of the flower. I'm relating to it as a wanting person, as a wanter of the flower. And then what do? I pluck the flower. Has to be mine. This is what is the difference. So Drishya Varitam means it is not that the Jnani will not stop to smell the flower, stop to appreciate something, but that appreciation is seen as an extension of oneself, as an extension of Ishvara's Jagat. And then the moving on happens. Why? Because the flower is already mine. Pushpam chame. It's already mine. I don't have to pluck it in order to bring it close to me. I'm not away from the flower. How are you not away from the flower? Because that flower awareness is nothing but my own awareness. What? We'll see that in the next class. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Drishyavaritam. Huh? Yes, it did. It did sound like a conch shell.